Good morning. Here on the point where I reflect and plan for the day and set my intentions for the day on my morning walk. Every day is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Our life, our week, our month, our years are all self-fulfilling prophecies. I was in a conversation with a good friend that I knew from wrestling back in the day. And I grew up in a environment that wasn't used to having highly successful winners, sectional champions, state champions. So it was territory that we weren't used to, that we weren't expected to go. We were expected to do our best. And there was a big shift that came when I was in the Marine Corps, when I was wrestling with people who were pretty tough. And after conversing with them, I found out after the fact that I beat them, that they were state champions, some several times state champions. And in my mind, it hit me that had I known they were numerous time state champions prior to us competing, I would have lost prior to stepping on the mat. What does that mean? That means I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe in my capabilities. I didn't believe in my skills to the point where if I felt I was going against someone who had a reputation as being tough, I would say, oh man, I'm not sure if I can beat that person in my mind. So there's one conversation in particular where in my senior year, I was wrestling 119 pounds. The kid that was at my weight class in a dual meet, I would have absolutely crushed. So there was a tough kid at 126 pounds. I went up a weight class to wrestle the tougher kid. And in doing so, it doesn't sound like much, 119 to 126, but that's a big difference as far as muscle, etc. And so after I found my bearings, this was a much stronger person that I was normally used to wrestling in a competitive manner. In practice, I'd be wrestling people that were heavier weight classes, etc. So anyhow, I beat this person pretty decisively. And afterwards, when I went in the locker room and changed and came out, my dad was talking to a coach from another town. We lived in Victor, and the coach was from Bloomfield. And the coach, I overheard him tell my dad that said, your son is going to win states this year. Which, from an outside perspective, is a very true and possible statement. But the difference was I didn't believe that was possible for me. So as I heard that, in my mind, I said, no, I'm not. I can't beat Gary Dakar, who was a tough kid around the corner in my weight class that, had I believed in myself, I would have destroyed Gary Dakar due to the skills and the capabilities and the preparation of my dedication of being, in that type of shape and being really good at it. But the missing element was in my mind. The missing element was I didn't think I could beat Gary Dakar. So prior to stepping on the mat with Gary Dakar, I had already beaten myself before the wrestling match ever occurred. So fast forward a couple months in sectionals, I don't know if it was semifinals or quarterfinals, I'm up against Gary Dakar. And he and I are out on the mat, and it's 2 minutes each period. There's 3 periods, so a 6-minute match. And about 5 minutes and 50 seconds into the match, we're tied. And in my mind, I was like, wait a second, I'm supposed to be losing. Like literally. And in the last seconds of the match, he took me down. And the question is, did he take me down or did I take myself down? I know that reality, and my message today is hopefully implanting that into your reality. So fast forward a couple years when I'm in the Marine Corps, and now I'm at the Cherry Point base, the United States Marine Corps Air Station at Cherry Point, North Carolina, and we have a wrestling club. And like I said, I didn't know the history or track record of these people that I'm wrestling. I knew they're pretty tough. And then afterwards, after I decisively beat them, I found out they were numerous time state champions. And that was the connection in my mind, like I am good enough. I can beat people who aren't used to getting beaten. I am, from my proper training and from my dedication, from my commitment since childhood and learning and continually improving my skills, a tough son of a bitch when it comes to wrestling and being on the mat. And what happened there was my skills didn't become better. I didn't have any more moves or any more endurance than what I had, but what I did have is the mental belief that I don't give a crap if this person is undefeated, they're losing today. I don't care if they're a 4-time state champion, they're going to walk off the mat wondering, who is this person that I just lost to? I haven't lost in years. How did this happen? Same person, same skills, different belief. My whole purpose of sharing this with you today is to let you know and to remind myself that each of us are living the life that we're living based upon the limiting beliefs that we have. What we feel we can do, what we feel we can't do, what we feel we're capable of, what we feel we're not capable of. There's a quote from Henry Ford that says, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. I and you and every human being at this particular moment is living exactly the life that we're living. Health, relationships, finances, happiness, sorrow, everything in between, due to our beliefs of what we're worthy of what we're capable of what we're allowing ourselves to live, to feel, to be. So I'm reaching through this internets to you to let you know you're capable of much more. You know it, I know it, your family knows it, your friends know it. When you look at the mirror, looking back at yourself, you know it. You're capable of being in better health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You're capable of having a better relationship with that person looking back at you in the mirror. Starting there, which leads to better relationships with everyone else. Learning to love yourself, learning to put your oxygen mask on first so that you can better care for those you care for outside of the person looking back at you in the mirror. You're capable of much more financially. And, with financial, we're trained, a majority of society is trained to be financially illiterate. There's no training on being financially literate. It's no surprise that people who come from normal backgrounds of poverty and the normal American life, like most people are not. The median income is not very high. When they come into wealth, it's no wonder that a few years later, when situations changes, they're broke and sometimes worse off than prior to coming into any wealth because of the financial illiteracy. So you are capable of much more. You are capable of learning how money works, how to become financially literate, and how to get more of it, not for the things that it can get, but for the choices that it can bring. When people come into money, there's always a stuff phase. And then you recognize stuff doesn't fill any voids. Stuff doesn't make the happiness come at levels that the movies and everything make it appear. However, the funds can help give you choices. The funds can help give you the ability to make more of an impact if you so choose. So, ladies and gentlemen, the only limitations that you have are staring back at you in the mirror and is in between the two ears that you have on your head. Recognize that you're capable of so much more. Recognize that you are a kick-ass version of yourself. And you're not showing the world, you're not showing yourself what you're truly capable of at this moment. So my hope is this is a wake-up call to let you know that when you hear someone tell you, man, you got some great potential. Like when I overheard my father being told by that other coach, your son's going to win states this year. Instead of thinking, no, I can't beat so-and-so. Like, damn right I'm winning. Damn right, it's a new day. I'm winning this day. I was talking with my friend, and going back and wrestling. There's a difference between going up, showing up to a tournament and say, yeah, I'm going to do my best. We'll see how it turns out. To say, I'm winning this motherfucker. Everyone here is going down. Nobody can stand what I got coming. I don't care. Yeah, that so-and-so, he's undefeated. He's losing today. This is my game. This is my tournament. They don't know it yet. I know it. It's over. I'm winning this sumbitch. There's a big difference, ladies and gentlemen, to going into a tournament with that attitude, a winner's attitude. There's a big difference coming into today. Say, this is my freaking day. I'm going to make today great. I own this day. This is my day. This is 24 hours. This is the present. This is a gift. I'm going to embrace it. And I'm going to go for it with all I got. So like, oh man, I don't know. Should I do this? Should I do that? Fucking get out of the timidity. Get out of the bullshit and step into your greatness. Step into all that you're capable of. That's what I'm going to do. This is my day. Watch out. I'm going to make today great. Talk with you soon. Make today great. Oh, go to maketodaygreat.com. I got some kick butt audios there on the podcast that have been going for years and years. Go to maketodaygreat.com. Just as it sounds, maketodaygreat.com, and accept that challenge. Make today great. Talk with you soon. Bye for now.